Fellow lost souls, wanderers, adventurers and heroes. Many of us have found ourselves trapped in Barovia, imprisoned by the mists. The devil Strahd has incarcerated us here, and the only way out is to kill him, or die in the attempt. So, welcome to Barovia. The land is cursed, and now, so are you. Hi everyone. Hello. Grimdark. Welcome to our Curse of Strahd stream session 11, where we mercy killed the first vampire we've met. And now we're meeting another vampire. Isn't that exciting?
Can we just mercy kill
My name
this
is Debbie. Please do not try. I don't think I can handle that, killing all of you, because that's what will happen. My name is Debbie. I use she, her pronouns. I am the dungeon master. I'm mastering this dungeon. The dungeon is not under my control. It's gone rogue. Let me introduce you to the players. Feel free to introduce yourselves, friends, and your characters. Say hello to Adam.
Hello, everybody. Yes, Adam here. I use they, them, or he, him pronouns, and I play Teddy, the fighter, cleric, satyr, dragonborn feller, whose pronouns are he, him, his.
That's the one. I wonder if you can collect all of the classes and all of the races by the end of the campaign, Adam.
We'll see.
That's the challenge. Thank you. Please say hello to Elise.
Hello, my name is Elise. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I play Mink, who's a paladin and whose pronouns are he, him.
Excellent. Please say hello to Galway.
Hello, everybody. My name's Galway. Pronouns are he, him, or they, them, and I play Dyota, the elvish artificer, whose pronouns are they, them.
Thank you very kindly. Last but not least, alphabetically, please say hello to Lena.
Hi, I'm Lena, and my pronouns are she, her, and I play Mari Mia Tinker, the tiefling rogue, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Excellent. Housekeeping. We are affiliate on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. There's also a way you can link your Amazon Prime account to support us via Prime Gaming. And I just got a notification that it's like 30% off to subscribe until October 1. Or the 1st of October, as I would say in English, but here we are.
September.
No, during September. I thought you said September. And I was like,
September.
no, it's August. It's fall.
It's August. It's almost September.
It is. We're so close. I mean, I'm closer than you are by a few hours, but
That's true.
that's how time works. Right. Chat commands in Twitch. ! Discord. We'll get you a link to our Discord community, where you can see pictures of the tomatoes that are ripening in my garden. There's loads of them. I'm really excited. They're starting to go orange. ! Merch. We'll get you a link to our merch store where you can buy cool stuff with artwork designed by members of the community, often in reference to certain campaigns, inside jokes, or just things. Wearing my Welcome to Moontree City t-shirt yesterday. And I went back to find the Welcome to Moontree City bit of the podcast because it's a very good moment, Galway. 11 out of 10. ! Ko-fi. Coffee. Ko-fi. Ko fi. That's where you can support us by directly giving us money, which makes the world go round. And !donate. Galway, are we still donating to the Trevor Project?
Yep. Still supporting the Trevor Project, benefiting LGBTQ youth. As always, we encourage you, if you have the time, the energy, resources, go check that out. And if you're feeling extra up to the task, maybe look for charities in your local community benefiting the same populations. Donations there are often harder to raise and have more of a direct impact.
Thank you very kindly. If you are in the UK, Mermaids, which is a charity that supports trans and non-binary youth, are having a big fundraising push at the moment to basically try and keep themselves afloat. So if you have any spare British money, Mermaids is a good place to send it. If you would like more Helpful Goat, you can listen to us on our three podcast feeds: Goats and Dragons, Helpful Goat Presents, and Dom and Dragons, to get your podcast fix. You can also find a bunch of content on YouTube before it gets turned into podcasts. I said YouTube like a regular person just then for the first time in forever. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, welcome in to our Helpful Goat Curse of Strahd stream. 2 final important announcements. This is, despite the giggling at the beginning, intended to be a horror stream that may not be suitable for everybody. We do have some dark topics on the go. General themes today: non-consensual relationships, vampires, addiction, just ominous dread. Really, it's all a bit shit in Barovia. If that doesn't sound good for you, feel free to give this one a miss and take care of yourself. And music used in streams to date and going forwards is from Tabletop Audio or Kevin MacLeod's Incompetech website, used under a Creative Commons license. All right. Are we ready to get to Curse?
We do have a Chelsea poem.
Yes, that was going to be my next question, Elise. You read my mind. Would you like to read the Chelsea poem?
Sure, I will read the Chelsea poem.
Read it.
Okay.
Just a heads up, Elise. I'm just gonna say this to help. I've noted I found a typo in at the end of the second to last line here. So when you get to that, I don't think it's so. I think it's do.
Got it. Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work. You could say things are getting catastrophic mess with a bloodthirsty invited mess. Attempting to play a game with this cursed vampire, perhaps give Debbie a reason to inspire. You got this, but maybe try to stay alive, whatever you do. Much love, cursed goats. We can see and hear you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Chelsea. Much appreciated.
No, sorry, she said.
Do not apologize for a typo.
We got you back.
Nobody needs to be perfect. Good work. All right. So last time, we finished off Doru, who realised too late that he was going to die, and his self-preservation instinct kicked in. He did try to escape, but he did not succeed. He is now a dead vampire. He turned into a pile of ash. Teddy did not enjoy the fight, I think, Adam, would be a fair way to put it, because you couldn't hit Doru. Nothing went to plan, and you did end up quite exsanguinated. With
7.5 hours of sleep later, you still have 4 hit points.
Yeah. But you did stop Doru from escaping. So really, all of the contributions up till that point, you did the most important thing. Well done. Donovich, heartbroken about the loss of his only child, didn't even talk to us. We carried a slightly passed out Teddy with his maximum 4 HP back to the Burgers Master's mansion, had a nice dinner of dream pie, or anything other than dream pie if you're Diota. And then I think we were going to head towards bed. Teddy has fallen asleep, and we think is still asleep, but Adam, feel free to change your mind on that. At any point, Teddy can wake up. Teddy was dreaming of steak and egg pies, and is a little disappointed that he ate a steak and ale pie.
Well, like a nice breakfast burrito type thing is what I was picturing.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't have that in the UK. Debbie's told you they've got 3 breakfast items.
We're not in the UK. We're in Barovia.
where things are even worse culinarily than the UK.
Wow! Oh, Diota's having
Roasted.
The steak is rat.
Yeah.
Rat
Oh,
and
rat.
ale.
Rat and
rat
ale.
and egg pie.
No.
That's what you get if you go back.
If it's listed as rat, then it is rat and egg, except the rat at that point is goat for some reason.
Nothing is as it seems in Barovia.
Except Strahd, he's definitely a vampire. So just as we were getting ready to go to bed with our disappointing steak and ale pie, an ungodly host of monsters, etc., appeared outside the mansion, led by one Strahd von Zarovich, who very politely knocked on the door, like a nice gentleman, because he wanted to tell Irina of his affection for her. That's nice. Nothing wrong with that.
Now that they've buried her father.
Yeah.
The same day that they buried
that
her
morning.
father.
But at least he waited. I think he's a great guy. I feel like we're judging him too harshly. Yeah.
The absolute minimum weight.
The party are in various states of hiding / upstairs, but Strahd seemed to know where they were due to poor stealth rolls and his good perception roll. So I think Teddy is still asleep and was tugged under the bed upstairs by Murray. So Murray and Teddy are both hiding under a bed upstairs. Diota's upstairs also, I think, like maybe at the top of the stairs or in a room with Grabara and Lamdea. And Mink is hiding just kind of on the stairs around a corner. So it is the front line if anything should go on.
The idea.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if Teddy manages 30 more minutes of sleep with whatever hell breaks out, does he get the full rest?
Yes, only Teddy will get the full rest of that
Yeah,
point.
of course.
I think of the poor stealth roll on Mari's part makes sense because Teddy's pretty heavy. And so to get him under the bed, she must have had to like thump around a lot. Like,
At some point, it became easier just to pick up the bed and put it on top of Teddy.
Blanket over Teddy.
That's really good.
Fuck this.
She can't move him, so she moves the bed.
Bed is now in the middle of the floor on like
There's
a
like
diagonal.
furniture scraping across the upstairs. Like
Strahd's like,
I want to
someone
use
must
that.
be hiding upstairs.
Strahd first looks knowing and then looks confused.
It'd be really funny if all of that were true and Strahd had rolled really badly on perception and must be rats.
Just turns.
there's a lot of them in Barovia.
Just
That's why
turns
we got
around
So many
to-
nice pies.
Turns around to the wolves. Shut up. Also, Debbie, just such a classic phrase, but for some reason, when you said an unholy host of monsters rolls up to the mansion, all I could think of was versus a holy host. Just picturing like the wolves all wandering in, like praying like for evensong.
Yeah, with their little halos. We're holding candles.
We're here to conduct a
No.
vigil for your father.
Okay. Ismark seemed to get charmed by Strahd and invited him into the house. Ruh-roll. No, Teddy had not completed a long rest, so he's still on 4 hit points. And Ismark said it before he got charmed, but I, Debbie, am saying it to you 4 now. Now is not the time to be fighting Strahd. You will not win. You will all die. Just so you know. Yeah. All right. So we are in the Burgomaster's mansion. Strahd's inside. The door's open, but none of the rest of the unholy host are coming in. Now I can't get that image out of my head. Galway, well played. Right. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to wait for the interaction between Strahd and Ismark to play out?
And very quietly poking Teddy in the ribs, trying to get him to know. No.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. Set a timer.
Okay, but Mari doesn't know that. Lena knows that, but Mari doesn't know that, and Mari would want him awake. So yeah, I'm very quietly, carefully poking him in the ribs, trying to get him to wake up. You cannot wake up.
Well,
You already
I
didn't
mean,
wake up being either shoved under a bed or having a bed thrown on top of you. So honestly, I don't know
Truly
what
sleeping
poking
like the dead
ribs is.
today.
Today.
like, there are a couple factors to take into consideration, right? Like the condition that he's in from the fight, he is resting that off. He was
And you
pretty
took
fucked up,
Ambien.
and he took Ambien. So I think that those are mitigating factors. Like I think that justifies him staying asleep for a bit, but then at
Sure.
a certain point, maybe it'll make sense if you keep on fucking poking him. Maybe we have to leave it up to some rolls like
Okay.
Constitution or something. Like if he stays asleep, I don't know.
Huh.
I might defer.
We can give it a little bit and see.
God help me, I'll defer to Debbie on that. But
A sleep saving throw.
yeah,
I'll check your good boy cards too, because it's possible there's something in somewhere that's going to help us. Does
Make
anyone
Strahd
remember
bugger off.
if I used my Firbolg magic to detect magic last time? I don't think I did.
I don't.
Hang on. What did we do last time? We were
Because
just
we
with
started with the
Doru.
fight.
Now recording.
Thanks, Craig.
We fought Doru, and then so I wouldn't have needed to use it last time, but it's like once per day. So I guess my real question is, do I have it or not? Because if I do, I have Disguised Person.
I don't.
And if I don't,
I don't think you did at any point, because like all we did yesterday was
go
Bury the
fight.
dad.
go to the
Yeah.
church.
Yep.
And you saw Strahd, but I don't think you tried to detect magic. It was just sort of like, okay, backing up.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
used all my spell slots for sure.
and then we
I'm at
went down into like
0.
the Undercroft, and I think that was like
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So I do have Disguised Self available. Part of me is like, should I disguise self as Urena and try and confuse him?
She's
probably
already
has
down
it,
there. She was
you know.
having a conversation with him.
Yeah, I know, but like,
No.
that's my body double, right?
Disguise.
Like,
it was switcheroo.
Disguise self
switcheroo.
as the dad.
For what purpose?
Yeah.
You gotta
Okay,
creep
all right,
Strahd
we'll just-
out.
I think we'll just observe for now, and maybe there's like a ruse to be had about like there's 2 arenas. I don't know.
Okay, you got it in your back pocket if you need it. All right. So Strahd has stepped inside after charming Ismark, and he'd said, previously he'd been speaking to Irina, and none of you move. You're all kind of like waiting to see how this plays out. And a few moments go by, and there's like no sound from downstairs. All of the monsters outside are completely silent. There's no footsteps. There's not even like a growling wolf. There's nothing. It's just complete stillness. And then, after a few moments have passed, and you feel that the nerves in your body are starting to fire up. Like, what's going on? You can't really see. Especially not Marie from under the bed. You can probably see Teddy, but not too much else, so you don't know what's happening. And then you hear this kind of strong voice projecting up the stairs. You can come out, friends upstairs. I mean you no harm. And then Ismark says, I think it's safe if you want to come out. Do any of you want to go downstairs?
No. But I am going to like poke Teddy more aggressively.
I'll have Graboa like wander out.
With the long. Okay, so Teddy, do you want to make a what's a sleeping Constitution saving throw maybe?
Against what?
And against being poked. Can I have advantage for now?
Because of the Ambien.
Because of the ambient to stay asleep. So
Yeah.
you're trying to stay asleep, so you would like advantage. Yeah, okay,
Are
I'll
we
pay
treating
that.
this like a concentration saving throw?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think Teddy's concentrating on sleep.
Okay.
The
Yes.
spell sleep that he cast on himself. An 18. Teddy does not wake up. He rolls over and kind of does a little snuffle.
Again, because the pie had ale in it. He's not only fucked up and ambient, he's drunk.
Yeah, it's
And
the,
they're drugged.
it's the ale you need to worry about in that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the heavily cooked off alcohol. That's the problem.
Yeah,
there.
the Guinness stew really fucks you up real fast.
I don't think it's as cooked off as it should be.
Well,
Wow.
I'm not saying it's safe for people who are trying to avoid alcohol altogether. I just don't think it will necessarily get you fucked up. But nevertheless, I enjoy the imagery of the steak and ale pie getting Teddy both Ambien and alcohol fucked up. So
Okay. So Graboa comes out and floats downstairs. Does Graboa like wave a little hello?
Little,
Oh my God,
little jaunty
Graboa's
wave.
adorable.
Is
Oh.
going to also is going to basically like perch on Irina's shoulder.
Oh well, that's adorable.
is that what Strahd says?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
finds
seems like a
Graboa
nice guy.
adorable. Yeah.
I didn't know you had a familiar, Irina. And she just doesn't say anything. She's just not reacting. Like, you can't see her, but she is frozen. She's not doing anything. And so he calls up the stairs again and goes, well, I know who is up there, even if you wish to continue to be impolite. Hello, Marie. You can come out now. It's lovely to have you over this side of Barovia. How are your aunts and cousins?
Looking increases.
Teddy, would you like to
Teddy!
make another
Teddy, I need menace. Wake
Constitution saving throw?
From downstairs, you just hear thump, 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 thump.
I think I will go down the stairs. Like, I feel like the menacing towards Irina and Marty in particular just activates Mink's protectiveness, and he wants to just like put himself into the scene so that maybe Strahd is distracted from harassing Marty.
Do we think you still have advantage, Teddy?
Pretty drugged.
I don't know.
I would say like maybe still has advantage, but the DC moved up as Mari is poking harder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
at a certain point, you all know me. I want the critical fail. Like maybe I would
Except-
suggest that he
Except
he
you
fails.
don't, because she gets another bad boy card.
Well, I'll offer you this compromise. You take a good boy card if you'll have the crit fail.
Good deal.
But my interpretation of the critical fail is that he wakes up so hard that he knocks himself out.
Like he
bolt
sits up
upright.
and bangs his head into the bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He hits his head. Yes, please, Debbie.
Yeah, I'll take
He
that.
has a concussion too. But does he take damage? Because you've only got 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Get outrighted by a bed.
That
No,
would,
no.
I will roll a d4
No, Adam, no.
damage. If you let, I will roll a d4 damage if you let me keep the rest continuous. Like I'm not waking up and like interrupting my long rest, am I?
No. You're
Okay,
not
good.
waking up and interrupting your long
Never
rest.
mind.
I really don't want you to take damage, Adam.
Yeah, because if I roll a 4, I go back down.
Marty's gonna have to yell for someone to come heal.
There's blood just
Teddy.
coming out of Teddy's nose.
I think he's dying.
I poked too hard.
So we rule it that he crit failed staying asleep so hard that he hit his head on the bed and got knocked out, but didn't take any damage. Awesome. I'm happy. And
All right, so
horrified.
Teddy's passed out. Great. Superb. Mink, you were saying you were going to step out downstairs?
Yeah, at the point where he's like harassing both Irina and Marty, especially Marty. I think Mink just kind of comes down the stairs to like put himself into the scene again as an attempt to distract Strahd from saying things that will get under Marty's skin.
Okay. Oh, Mink. Nice to meet you. Where is your friend Diota? I
Not
hope
here.
for both of your sakes you keep a low profile in Barovia.
Graboa waves.
Okay, that's still adorable. Maybe you two should just head to Doom and like hundreds of adventurers before you die there quietly.
Okay, we'll do that.
I will hold you to that. I suppose Teddy is resting up after his ordeal in the house, but you know, they made it out, so that's something. Somewhat's changed as well. If we were friends, I might be able to answer some questions or guide you to seek out Argon Vostolt. So I suppose now we are friends. I will remember this kindness.
Argon Vestholt?
Argon Vostolt. Yeah.
Vostholt.
Huh.
ARGYNVOSTHOLT.
Yeah. Mink will just kind of nod, but not say anything else.
The rest of you really don't want to come and say hello?
I think they're trying to rest after a trying day.
Understandable. Okay, so Mink, can you put yourself where you are on the map? Thanks, Goy, for moving Diota.
Still on the stairs, just in the room.
Okay. Okay. Just one moment, please. I need to look something up. Okay. Mink, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw as Strahd turns to look towards you and you feel the weight of his personality?
Okay, hang on.
You're good at that, right, Paladin?
Yeah, well, theoretically. God, I wish I had paladin auras already. I'm just not strong enough yet.
Even though we killed a whole vampire.
Yeah, so level 3. Okay, here comes my wisdom save. It's gonna be so good. I'm owed a natural 20. It's a 7.
Jesus Christ.
Both things can be true.
Let me look at my good board cards really quick. I don't remember. I have something that goes off of stats. I don't think it's Wiz, but let me check.
I don't have any good board cards.
No, I've only got Con and Ka.
Okay. So, you are charmed.
So I regard him as a friend until the end of the spell.
You regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected by force if necessary. You're not under his control, but you take his requests and actions in the most favorable way, and you would let Strahd bite you. However, each time he does it, you can repeat the throw. So, like,
Until
if he bites you, you get to make the throw again.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want...
This is like a special ability Strahd has that's not a typical charm ability, right? Okay, thank you.
Correct. It's a Strahd charm.
If you have something that would resist charm or otherwise, it should still apply, but it's like a vampiric charm or something like that.
No, I don't have anything that resists charm right now because I'm level 3.
Yeah, just I know that, but some like races, etc., have advantage against those types of things, or immunity.
Okay. Does that make you do anything, Mink, now that you're regarding him as a trusted friend?
I don't don't think so necessarily. I think. I mean, I guess I can come down the stairs more, but like, I'm a little less
Yes, come
cautious of
closer.
like.
Let me take a look at you.
Okay, sure.
On the other side of the room, Graboa is like waving his arms at Mink.
Do we hear Strahd saying that? Yes, come closer to Mink. Like, is he being loud?
I think
Yeah.
he's projecting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start creeping, trying to sneak out of the
Do you wanna
bedroom
roll
and down the
stealth?
stairs. Yeah. Not dragging Teddy with me this time. Hopefully help. Okay, 20 on stealth.
A 20. Okay, so you can be like here on the stairs.
Okay.
So you've got a little bit of visual kind of like round the corner at the top of the stairs. But he hasn't looked at you. He is solely focused on Mink. It hasn't given
And
any
I'm-
hint that he realizes you're there.
I'm trying to get positioned so that if he tries to do something to Mink, I can try to intercede. I don't know honestly what I'm gonna do because I'm not a fucking spellcaster. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do something if he tries to do something to Mink.
Okay, well, interestingly, as you get to the top of the stairs, Strahd and Mink are kind of looking at each other.
Deeply
and yeah, sure. Okay, if that's
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And Strahd is tall, right? Mink's tall as well, right? How tall's Mink?
Mink is pretty tall. Let me see what I've written down. 6'2".
How tall is Strahd? Is that going to be in the description? Let's have a look. Please. Oh my god, he's got so many fucking abilities. Yawn. Spells. Dingle dingle. Bio. Nice picture. How tall are you? Height. It doesn't say. I can't be bothered to read anymore. There's so many words. Who's got time for reading? So let's say that you're exactly the same height.
Fabulous.
So you're just looking at each other in the eye, and which is not something that I ever get to do to people because I'm short. Apart from maybe you, Elise, I can nearly look you in the eye. He says to you, "It's good to see you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just going to have a little snack." And
So
he puts his hand up and goes to bite at Mink.
So if he starts to do that,
You're going to elbow the camera?
no. Okay, I'm going to yank out one of my teeth before he's looking at me. And then cast disguise self on myself and pop up, and as I'm walking towards him, I'm making myself look like Granny, like the woman selling pies. And I'm going to pop up, and as I'm walking towards him, say, Strahd, what are you doing? This is Granny's voice. I've imitated it very well. What are you doing in these fine people's home? I gave them my pies.
Gyota's like having a full-on breakdown at this point up on the second floor.
Okay. Now I have to look something else up.
Okay.
What language are you saying that in? Common?
That's what Granny was speaking, right?
To you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hang on. We're talk amongst yourselves. I've got to go look some things up.
You're fine.
God, these people.
I need to read something also.
Yeah.
I think Mink is absolutely so shocked to see Granny. He wasn't there. Can I buy some more pies?
Okay. 1 second. Open character. Okay. Okay. Lena, what languages does Mari speak?
She speaks Draconic, Sylvan, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
I didn't mean to put that in the chat, sorry.
Draconic, Sylvan, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
Yeah.
So in a language that you don't understand, Strahd pauses from biting Mink, looks up at you, and says, like, a string of words that you don't understand.
Okay.
Do I understand
So-
them?
What languages does Deota speak?
And Mink speaks Common, Dwarvish, and Infernal, question mark?
That's what question mark?
Is infernal question mark a different language to
I think
infernal regular?
I think I was still debating what languages I was going to speak, and I forgot about it. And so now I have that.
I think that the two that are like different from what people have said would be Elven and Celestial for me.
Okay. So no, none of you understand it.
Okay. So as he's speaking this language I don't understand, I'm going to try to, as I'm striding closer to him, mimic the language he's speaking and respond in something similar. And when I get close enough, I want to try to sneaky slip my tooth into his pocket.
Okay. What the fuck? Roll intelligence?
I would also
Performance, probably. I think it's probably performance.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay.
I see everyone here as a friend, so I'm just going to back up and make space for Granny to approach because clearly she's trying to.
Yeah.
Oh, Strahd will say, no, you stay there.
No, I'm just making space for Granny. She's joining the conversation, being polite.
I only got a
You said
6.
you love politeness.
I only got a 6, but I'm going to use my good boy card.
Yes.
This is
I need to look at what I've got. Hang on.
sorry, what did I say? The DM must lay out the best possible phrasing for me when talking with an NPC. So lay out the best possible phrasing of me imitating this language.
I think the best possible phrasing for you talking to this NPC, and maybe like you can still impersonate Granny's voice, but maybe kind of trying to ape some of the accent or intonation of what Strahd does, but you're responding in Common, and you would say like, "Oh dearie, let's not speak difficult languages that the others don't understand just because you want to show off. Let's stick to Common so our friends can understand us."
Yeah, I say that exactly like that. And also, do I need to make a sleight of hand to slip my tooth into his pocket?
You abso-fucking-lutely do. I'm so mad at you, Lena.
This is very good.
Yeah. This is exactly what the good boy cards and bad boy cards are for. I'm mad
21
about
for
it.
the sleight of hand.
Fuck! Yes, okay, fine. I'm just looking at... Oh. I've got a bad boy card called Lie Detector. An NPC notices if a player is lying to them. And I think, would disguise self count as a lie?
I don't think disguise self counts as a lie. I don't think anything I've said is a lie yet.
You said that I'm Granny.
Oh, I did say I'm Granny, but I did say, what are you doing here? I gave these people pies.
Yeah.
You
And
actually-
I haven't given this.
You actually
What did I say then?
You definitely said I've given
Yeah.
these people my pie. I'm here to sell my pies, or
you said
Well,
I've
no.
given these people my pies, but I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
if you shared a portion of your pie with anyone.
I didn't.
Mm.
So he would know that. So he would know that I'm lying about giving. If you want to use the card, he would know that I'm lying about having given them the pies, but he would still think I'm Granny, and telling him to not talk in this confusing language.
I mean, he could certainly be suspicious, right? But I don't think that this, like, the lie detector doesn't necessarily immediately reveal disguised self.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm not going to play it. Fuck that. I'll keep it.
Okay.
Gerbo will float over and perch on his shoulder.
Strahd's shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Adore it.
And just
Strahd's
wave.
going to take Graboa with him. If you're not careful. Okay. So Strahd is going to turn and look towards Granny. And has not noticed your sleight of hand stumbling about. But they can use an action to inspect your appearance and can do an intelligence investigation check to determine that you're disguised, right?
Probably. I didn't actually read the spell.
Yes, that is how
That's what it
disguise self
says.
works. My general approach as a GM is if I think my NPC has a reason to think that someone is disguised or that there's magic at play, then I'll make that roll. And if I don't, then I don't, because I'm like, we don't normally do that in normal interactions.
Yeah, no.
I'm just
Strahd,
offering that. And if you
Strahd
think-
has multiple reasons why Granny
I
would not
agree.
be in this.
I just
And
wanna
the first is
put
the
that on the
conversation
table
that
as
he tried to have
my
in a
general
language that you don't
approach.
understand. No, that's super helpful, Elise. No, thank you. Okay, so I want to make an investigation check. Is that right? Yes. I rolled a 25. What's your spell save DC?
It's a
Sorry.
13.
Okay, that's the luck of 14 plus 14 on a skill check.
So he knows I'm disguised.
Oh, okay. Nice little bit of magic. So not really Granny. That's good. I would be surprised to see her here. Okay, so the question is, are you Diota or are you Mari? I don't mind either way.
I'm Granny.
And he-
I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm going to start
as
trying
he
to pull Mink
As you're saying that,
Gerbo
He-
waves again.
reaches over and bites Mink.
Oh,
Okay.
as he's going to bite Mink, I think Mink, this is something I've been churning over. Mink is like, just so you know, my lord, is that what we call you? I've got this
Yes.
thing that I think is in my blood, so I don't know if I'm like, and like, he's gonna kind of look for, like, start like pulling up sleeves or whatever, just to, like, show, because he's not sure where it is, but he knows that that thing is like under his skin, and like Mink doesn't know, is it in his blood, is it somewhere else in his body, right? And so he's just like, I mean, you can have some blood if you want, but I think it might be bad.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, hang on. Now I need to look up another thing, Mink. This is so
This is like-
great.
Mink is best friends. He doesn't want Strahd to get poisoned.
Yeah.
What's in your
I love that.
blood? I wrote
I
that
love
down
that.
in my
Why am I
notes. We're
looking
going to
at
have a
the Otis
discussion about
notes?
this
That's not
later.
helpful.
Yeah, same with you yanking tooths out.
People just pull their teeth out
People
sometimes,
just pull their
Elise.
teeth out. It's normal.
Nothing weird. It's nothing
It's
weird.
normal in Barovia.
Okay, so as Strahd goes to bite you again, you say, "Oh, there's something in my blood. I don't know if it's bad."
Yeah, it might. I mean, you might be fine. You're very powerful, but I just want you to be warned that, like, you may, I don't know if it's contagious. I don't know if it's.
What is it?
He's like looking for it because he doesn't fucking know.
While he's looking for it, I'm trying to inch Mink backwards towards the stairs with me.
Stop that! Stop that!
It's just like I don't know. Like a little tiny little vine. I don't know. It moves around. I try not to think about it, to be honest with you.
Or is it black?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Since we're best friends, could you help me out here? Tell a person what it is. Sipping their tea. This is not a secret. We wanted to reveal this early. Thanks, Debbie.
Gerbo is
But
just
we're
sort of
best
like
friends.
Gerbo is just sort of bouncing on Strahd's shoulders.
Strahd's not bothered, like not even a little bit. Okay. What the fuck? Hang on. Jesus Christmas. All right, just one moment, please.
One moment,
I did
please.
not think I'd be looking through fucking every person's character sheet, every bit of notes at this point. All right, okay.
Do you want my Do you need anything
No.
from me?
I've already
Okay.
looked up. I've got your notes here. I've got the book notes here. Okay. Well, Mink, you are a very great, kind adventurer. I'm sure. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but we're not best friends.
Oh.
Oh,
But this is so
Should I make
weird.
my wisdom save again?
I will tell you. No, I will tell you. I said for Teddy to go to Argynvostholt, so I will say to you, visit Yester Hill to try not to die. And then he's gonna fucking bite you.
Okay.
I am
Okay, can he
trying to
actually
yank
bite you
Mink
now?
backwards. Do I get like some interception or something on this? I know Mink is very heavy and I probably can't. But like if I roll like a good on the strength, a good on strength.
You can try and roll me a good on strength, there, Murray, and we'll see what you roll.
I'm also going to say that Graboa, like in the midst of sort of his dancing, is, and I specified, on Strahd's shoulders, is essentially going to attempt to interpose himself between Mink and Strahd's mouth.
Can you repeat?
So I'm
what Strahd-
yanking. Verbo is intercepting. I rolled a 9.
Yes to what?
Yester Hill.
Yester Hill,
Yester Hill.
as in a small mountain.
Thank you.
Okay. What does Graboa? How is Graboa make intercept? What is like? How is make roll? How? The 9 strength is going to do fuck all, Lena.
Yeah.
I think Mika's like, Marty, what? Oh, wait, Granny, what are you doing? Don't.
Maybe like a dexterity roll. I to be fair, this is something where I'm like, I said this, but I didn't like think about GM wise how mechanically I would have handled this. I would probably say it's the equivalent of like acrobatics or like sleight of hand of Graboa is just literally trying to like sort of pop in between them.
Okay.
Which for
So
Graboa is just a straight dex roll.
yeah. So if you and me, and by that I mean Graboa and Strahd, make like opposed dex checks, like he's trying to dance around Graboa as Graboa's trying to get in the way.
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
Graboa's just continuing to do his little happy dance.
Oh my god, I love Graboa. All right, let's. But
Very dexterous.
even with a plus 16, so Strahd bites Graboa.
Amazing. Oh my god.
Hang on.
Do I still get a wisdom save because I was attempted to be bitten?
The wording of the thing.
I know. I'm just really tired of being charmed.
I understand. Each time Strahd or his companions do anything harmful to the target. I don't think he's harmed you,
He's harming my friend.
but to the target. You're not the target.
It's a
Do you-
shitty
do you-
charm effect.
Yeah, it is a shitty charm effect. Anyway, hang on. Let me. So bite. Does a 17 hit Graboa?
Yes.
Can I use
Does Graboa
interception?
have blood?
No, Graboa definitely doesn't have blood. He has glass and paper and a rock.
I want him to bite the glass.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Roll a d3 and decide which material Strahd bites.
This is the
okay,
Oculus
yep.
scene at the moment.
Yep. Jesus, roll a d3. I think that's fair. How do I roll a d3? It only gives me d4.
Flash R space D3. We do this in Spire all the time.
Sorry, thank you, Elise.
No worries.
I rolled a 2. What was it? Rock, paper, glass, rock.
Scissors.
It was paper. No, fuck. What order did you
Rock
say
was
that?
3. Paper, glass. So Strahd gets a mouthful of glass.
Delicious.
Yota takes no damage.
Jota?
Jota?
Yes.
Graboa?
Graboa.
Okay,
My
I
sincerest
was like,
apologies.
I hope Jota takes
Diota
no
also
damage.
doesn't.
I'm gonna be like, whoa, hey, don't.
And
This
Strahd
is my
pulls
little
back
friend.
and pulls like glass out of their mouth. It's like,
Grabo
how
was-
My friend-
dare you?
Please
Propose-
don't bite my friend.
Going to look down at like the little missing chunk in his stomach and be like,
Okay. Strahd is
Grabois
going to,
Oh, good.
at that point, and make like an unarmed strike against Graboa to be like, fuck off out of the way, and then try and bite Mink again.
Does that give me enough time to try again to do the yanking? I probably
Okay,
will never
so
make it,
according to
Debbie.
the I'm trying, like, because we're not in initiative, so we're playing a little
Right.
bit loosey goosey. So the bite is like according to the character sheet, is like a bonus action.
Okay, and then striking it, Graboa would be his action.
And then I think you can try and yank
Okay.
before I go for another bite.
Cool.
Does that seem fair? Okay, so unarmed strike. Strahd makes one unarmed strike. Okay, yeah, but where's my fucking roll, you dingle shit?
Dingle shit.
Right, an 18 hits Graboa.
yes.
Okay. You're not going to take any damage, but you're like, because Graboa is floating, right? So
He's pushing
can-
more than.
to move back
Yeah.
several feet. Yeah, I think that. Right. Do you want to make your shoving, grabbing 5?
I rolled a 5.
Yeah. No. So this time, Strahd is going to bite Mink.
Cool.
You managed to hold
Good.
that off for a really long time, though.
Yeah. Yeah, 25 hits. You don't take as much damage as that is, because you'd be dead if you did. You're just going to take like 2 damage or something. It just takes just a tiny little snack, and you
Cool,
can
I failed
repeat
my wisdom
your.
save again. I haven't rolled well in like a year in this campaign, so forget it. Mink is just a vampire now.
No, you're not a vampire.
Yeah, anyway.
You just had a little nibble taken out of you.
And I love that. This is my kink.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't think that's true.
Well, I
Makes
failed my wisdom
sense.
save, and this is my best friend, so who broke my
Okay.
heart.
Well,
Yeah, he said he wasn't your
marvelous.
best friend. What a dick.
Yeah.
Has half an hour
Now-
passed yet?
No,
No,
not
I-
quite.
no.
Very close, Teddy. Very close.
I mean, with
like-
all of these bite attempts, like,
Graboa's
6
gonna-
seconds. They really stack up. Yeah.
Grabo's gonna float back over to.
Now you have something to remember me by. As he delicately wipes a little trail of blood off his lip, and vice versa. Did you say Graboa was floating back over to Irina?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to look around and he's going to say, "Well, you're all very impolite."
You're
Irina, we
polite.
will-
I gave these kids my pies.
You're not Granny. And he says
I
something
don't
to
know
you in
what
that
you're
language
talking
you don't
about.
understand.
I said it's rude to talk that way.
It's rude to pretend to be someone substantially more powerful than you are.
It's also rude to come into someone's house and bite them when they're just trying to sleep.
I was invited by him. I have not bitten him.
You weren't invited to bite his guests, who I
Mink
gave
doesn't
pies
mind.
to.
You don't mind, do you?
No, I don't mind.
well,
Elise hates this.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's just robbing the player of agency. Charm sucks.
It does.
Yeah. But he will look at Graboa hovering near Irina and he will say, "We will continue this conversation another time when your guests have left. I advise you to leave very soon. You are not welcome in Barovia."
Do you want some
The
more
whole
blood to go?
country?
Just more? Some snack?
Stop it, Mink. The whole. Are we not? No, stop. I'm gonna try to get in between Mink and Strahd. You go on. Go on now, young
maybe you
man.
can just suck the little vine thing out while you're at it.
I don't know what he's talking about, so you go on. You can go have a nice evening.
Marie, as Granny, Would you like to make a wisdom saving throw?
No. Yeah, yes. Well, you asked if I'd like to, Debbie. Not okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. I said I was irritated today.
No,
rolled
you're
a
fine.
10.
You're good. You're good. So a 10 does not pass.
Yeah, we suck at rolling.
So, Granny, who are you really? Show me.
Do I have to? Like, do I have to do what he says?
Okay. So
Read me the text a bit.
I gladly will, my friend. You regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected by force if necessary. You're not under my control, so you have a tiny bit of agency, but you take my requests and actions in the most favourable way, and you do let Strahd bite you.
Okay. And I don't think I'd have a reason if I felt that way about him to not drop the disguise, so I'll drop my disguise.
Oh, Marie. Lovely.
Mink's like, whoa.
Hi.
Grabo is going to feign surprise.
Go away. Thank you. I was going to ask you to mime it, but that was really, really very good. Okay. You won't mind if I just have a little snack for the road, Marie, right?
I'm a little worried about the vines, apparently.
Oh, it's in Mink. Don't worry. It cannot
What is
transmit.
it? Oh, you mean from me? Oh.
No, you have plenty of things that can be transmitted. Anyway, and
Wait, who are you biting?
You, Mink, Marie.
Uh.
So you can have 2 damage, and then Strahd
Yay,
goes, "Well,
as a
this was
treat.
not fun. I would like to speak to Irina alone, but I cannot be bothered with the rest of you. You are so beneath me."
That's
and
not a nice thing to say to your friends, Strahd.
Oh, you can repeat your wisdom save.
Yes.
You
Oh,
can.
right.
Thank you, Elise.
Oh, a
And-
5. It's getting better.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We're getting all the bad rolls out the way now.
Yeah, when we
I would
don't
have-
need the good rolls.
I love it. Like, you would have to roll so good to beat this DC, and I'm glad that you're not rolling well, so you kind of don't realize how impossible this task is. But I also kind of wish you had rolled better. Anywho, so that's Strahd is going to say, "You can go back to bed now. I will speak to Irina tomorrow, I think, when you have left.
Great.
So until next week, remember you are not welcome in Barovia."
Okay,
You should
can
all
you
leave.
clarify? Do you mean the whole country or the town?
And he turns to go and closes the door behind him. He completely
I
ignores you, Marie.
Where did he want
And
us to leave?
Giota, as he goes, the voice in your mind that you heard before that sounds just like Corellin Atherian, or at least that's what you think it is, that had been sort of quiet up until now, like you heard it last when you were outside Mary's house, and it pipes up again and it says, "Well done for surviving that." It sounds completely filled with hate and anger. That devil must not be allowed to live. It is everything corrupted and evil in this land. It must be purged.
Realize you could help with that maybe a bit more given the god status.
The
Also,
voice
he
is gone.
Son of a bitch.
All right. All of the monsters and whatever fuck off, and you get your consciousness back. You get your like, oh fuck, he bit me. And Teddy wakes up, full rested,
Feeling so rested.
under the bed, sits up, clocks his head again. Ow! But you got an egg on your head, not an ale, Adam. You got an egg on your head.
But I'm back to having full hit points.
You have had a long rest. Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Giota is going to still just sort of be creeping sideways along the wall and peer out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Walk over and walk downstairs, cast Mending on Raboa.
MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, Graboa MVP for sure.
What a hero.
So, we need to go very soon.
First thing in the morning.
Just as a question, is Mark you back with us?
What? What? Oh dear. And he goes straight to Irina and gives her a big hug.
Does anyone have any sense of what happens if Strahd bites someone?
I think he's holding Irina at this point. They're kind of holding each other, and she's crying. I don't know about becoming a vampire. Irina was sick. She was so weak when he bit her previously, but I don't feel bad, and you two don't seem terribly affected.
Did he bite you?
No.
Okay. He's never bitten you?
No. But I haven't seen how one becomes a vampire. I don't know anything about that.
Well, if Irina isn't a vampire, then presumably the bite here shouldn't do that either. But any other powers that it gives him? Control over a person?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Great. Also, where the hell is Teddy?
Teddy comes downstairs. I feel great. I don't know why I was under a bed. What's going
I
on
was
down
trying
here?
to keep you safe. Strahd got here, and then you wouldn't wake up. Teddy, he was menacing us. He bit Mink and me, and I poked you so many times in the ribs, and then you just sat up and banged your head on the bed and went back to sleep.
Huh. Strahd was here?
Honestly, it's probably
Yes!
for the best that you slept through it, because if you would come downstairs, I think you would have most likely just been hurt the same way we were.
Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't here to help.
I don't think there was much to do to help this time around.
Just like I'm going back to sleep. We need to leave first thing in the morning.
Would it make sense
Yeah.
for Teddy to take a look at these bites just from a kind of medical healing perspective or something?
Probably, since you're also like a cleric dude.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. You could do a medicine check, or you could do a religiosity check.
I do have some holy water. I don't know if that would do anything here, but like if we want to like drip it onto the
Dump it
things
on
and
our
see if it like sizzles
bites,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah. Is it worth using our holy water and then not having holy water? How do you make holy water? Can I do that?
I think there's a Brita filter for that.
I bet we can probably craft it.
A cleric or paladin may create holy water by performing a special ritual. Takes 1 hour, uses 25 GP of powdered silver, and requires the caster to spend a first level spell slot. So
yes, you can make it, it sounds like.
Yeah, but all that silver.
Teddy will start with the medicine check. You rolled a 13.
So, you look at the bite on. You can do Mink and Murray in one check. That's fine, and you think back to the bite that you experienced from Doru, and knowing that Doru is like a lesser vampire to Strahd, like Strahd is the king, chief, top of the pops vampire. Looking at their bites, it doesn't seem anywhere near as damaging as the bite that Doru had done to you. And the effect that you'd experienced from like necrotic damage, that was like a blood drain, but also like some kind of horrendous kind of side effect of this where you felt so weak. That doesn't seem to be present. You feel like Strahd was really holding back when he bit them, and you think, fucking lucky them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if I don't know if the holy water thing is something we want to do, but Teddy might, if the characters wanted to, he might also
Yeah.
do a religion check, maybe using the holy water, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't know if it would help his religion check.
If you'd like to do like a little blessing over them with the holy water, just to make sure that like there's nothing icky.
So, yeah, I mean, if this is going to get us something, I just mechanically meta over the table, like the holy water does 2d6 radiant damage to undead. If we want to hold on to it for the
Yeah.
chance of using it more effectively, if this is like it's just going to contribute to the role playing of like we sprinkle the holy water and then we lose
Right.
this resource,
Yeah.
strategically it may not be our best thing unless there's like a mechanic that is going to aid us, but as written there is not.
Well, and what Teddy just kind of gleaned from inspecting them is that this is not nearly as severe as the bite he got, and so I think he'd be less kind of motivated to like. I
Yeah.
don't know. And his own bite, I guess, could his medicine check also apply to his own bite? I mean, like I know, like mechanically, he long rested, the effects are gone, but is the bite mark still visible on himself from Doru?
Yes. Yeah, you have a really nasty scar.
Where was he bitten? Like on the? Do we remember?
Good old jugular.
Oh,
Jugular.
Doru gave Teddy a hickey?
No, he bit you and sucked your blood out a lot.
That's what
The
hickeys
reason
are,
a hickey's
right?
a hickey is because the blood is under the surface. Your blood came out of the surface, so there's no hickey.
Gotcha.
Something this is in character, something Strahd said at the end. He said something to remember me by, for me to remember you by. That makes me feel like him having a taste of our blood. Like, why else do almost nothing to us, right? He didn't leave a big, he could have killed us at any point if he'd wanted to. So he didn't, which means what did he get out of that? I don't think just a snack.
I guess I
think
just thought he was just being, dramatic. He seems like the dramatic type. And it's not like we're going to forget him. Like, I don't think I could forget that I've now met the devil. But you have a point.
Can I insight check? I'm not very good at this, but I feel like you have done some things that have made me suspicious that maybe your family or he called you by name, he called me by name, but he like talked about your cousins and your aunts, and then so I'm just gonna
What are you trying to check?
I want to check, is Mari sincere that this is the first time she has met Strahd?
Sure.
But also like more broadly than that, like I don't want that to be too literal. I want to kind of get your vibe of like, are you hiding something about your relationship or your family's relationship with Strahd that isn't just about having physically been in the same room with him?
Okay.
My insight's bad.
18.
Ooh, no, it's not. That's really good. 18.
Well, because the dice decided this time was.
And how do we resolve this? What am I doing?
Well, you can whisper a
Persuasion or deception.
check to me. And then I have to think on the hoof about what the best response is. So, Mink, you want to know, is Murray on the up and up in terms of, like, this is the first time she's met Strahd? Like...
I mean, he said, like, how are your cousins and aunts? And, like, what are you doing on this side of Barovia? It certainly sounds like he knows a lot about her in a way that makes suspicious that Mari is not being forthcoming about something to do with her and her family's relationship to Strahd.
Okay, great. Right. Fantastic. So, you, with your insight roll, you are sure that there's not like an established relationship between Strahd and Mari.
Okay.
It seems that Strahd knows a lot about fucking everyone in Barovia. He called all of you by name. He put his finger on like exactly kind of what you were up to, where you've been. And so you feel like he probably knows a bit more about Mari than any of the rest of you because she is Barovian.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that she knows him, if that makes sense. Well, obviously she knows of him, but they've not got like an established friendship. Because he also did, to go along with that, like he did charm her. She was, messing around and being granny.
I'm not. I don't think Mink feels at all that like Mari is like secretly in league with Strahd. Not even a little bit. But like that, there must be that we're like just suspicious that perhaps there is something we don't know about that like could put us at risk, right? That like similar to Irina, Mari's sister was like, like there's some connection to her family that Mink is wishes he would know about because it's going to put us at higher risk, I think is where he's going. Not like Mari's like secretly helping Strahd, right? Nothing like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Given what Mink said about what did Strahd get out of these bites?
Yeah.
I think Teddy would try to glean some information from the bites on a more kind of spiritual or religious level. Like maybe saying a prayer over them, not with the holy water or anything, but just on its own. Just he'll try to get a sense of like, is that something that like what kind of with his background in religion, like is there anything to glean from that?
Good roll.
19. These are some good rolls. Okay. So obviously it doesn't look like the wound is infected or there's any kind of, how to put this, like undead residue in the bite. You're absolutely sure that there's zero chance of Mink or Murray becoming a vampire. And you feel like this kind of reinforces what you thought before, in that Strahd has kind of gone easy on you, and you're not kind of sure like why that is, because he if you had a tough time with Doru, like Strahd was substantially more powerful than that, and probably could have wiped you all off the face of the earth without really trying too hard, but for some reason he didn't. But he's not infected anyone. He's not really taken a great amount of blood. He seemed to already know a lot that there was to know about all of you. So you don't know what he's got out of this, but there's no like residue or anything. You don't think he's got any way of like being able to like track you from that. But like he wouldn't need it. Like he is Barovia, he is the land. He can probably find you wherever you go.
Can I make a check with my Barovian knowledge, history stuff, to see if I know? He said something about Yesterhill, sorry, and also Argan Vastholt.
Argan Vastholt, yes.
Can I make a check? I guess 2 separate checks to see if I've heard of those or know anything about those.
Yes, you can.
So Yesterhill first. Wow, I fumbled. I've got nothing for that.
For your fumble?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. I take a bad boy card. What I got? I think I put it on the wrong layer. Hang on.
Oh, was I supposed to take a good boy card for accepting the fumble?
You were. Fake card. Yes. All right. Now, which one of these is my newest card? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, great. Yesterhill. So you're pretty sure that that's on the west side of Barovia, like not too far from Doom. And you think that you think that there is a pack of werewolves that live on Yesterhill.
Okay. And I will do the roll for Argon of whatever.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How
That's
the fuck did
another
I fumble
fumble.
twice in a row?
We haven't rolled a nat 20 in like 3 sessions.
Wow. Okay.
That's wild.
Hang on.
Are we cursed? Is this the Barovian curse?
The game is called Curse of Strahd, so fucking yeah, you are. All right, hang on. This is fun. All right, so similarly to before, you know where Argon Vostholt is roughly, but not exactly. Like you've never been there, because it's not the part of Barovia that you're from, and it wasn't kind of on your route when you came here. But you're pretty sure that Argon Vostholt is another word for Berez.
Which
where-
is where the is that where the Coven of
That's what
Witches was?
Ismark thinks, yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go back to sleep. That's it for me.
Are you going to tell any of your friends any of those things?
Oh yeah, I guess I'll tell them those things. They're not very it's not much information. I don't really know why. I mean, I guess maybe the witches could. I don't know what he was trying to get to with the Argon thing, actually. And witches aren't. I don't. I'm not sure that going to see witches to try to help with things is like the best plan in the world. And I don't know how werewolves could help with you having a vine under your skin, Mink. We should talk about that in the morning, though. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about the thing that I definitely wanted you to find out about while I was charmed by Strahd. That sounds like a really fun time for me, Maddie.
I'm glad.
So,
I'm really glad that sounds fun.
yeah, Mink is going to be like, I desperately want to be asleep in a bed. So
Yeah, let's go sleep.
okay.
I don't know if Mink is mad or Elise is mad or it's a little both.
I'm fine.
I'm sorry.
No.
No.
It's fine.
What did did Mari communicate to Teddy that the Argon Vostholt came up specifically when Strahd was talking about Teddy?
Yes,
Like-
if that's what happened, she would have. I got a little lost at that part
Yeah,
of the
no,
conversation.
Mink,
So that's the
was
read
told that
that
too, so for sure.
that's
Yeah.
the read that I got was that he was
Yes.
like, I suppose Teddy is resting off his ordeal in the house. But he got
Correct.
out, and that's what matters. If we were
Okay.
friends, I could tell him about Argon Vostholt or something.
Yes.
I guess
yes,
we're
I
friends
totally
now, and
would.
now he owes me one. Yeah.
And now,
was kind of what
wait,
Strahd said.
that's okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
He was hoping
that.
that you'd come downstairs and let him have a chomp, but
Yeah, I bet.
But instead, just sleep.
Just sleep.
But he said something about now he owes me one.
Now you owe him one.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
said now Teddy owes me one.
he said, I will remember this kindness I showed you and I expect it returned.
Okay, I got you.
That's not how deals work, though, right, Teddy? You didn't agree to that deal, so I don't think it counts.
I'm sure Strahd cares about those ins and outs really carefully.
Argon Vostholt. Witches in both.
Yeah. Maybe there's a reason that something weird has happened to you. Maybe the witches did it. It's not nice. They shouldn't accuse witches just out of pocket.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, if you guys all want to go to bed, I can keep watch, I guess.
Great.
I'm
Thank
pretty
you,
well
Teddy.
rested.
Just poke me in the ribs if you need me to wake up.
Sure.
Don't wake me up. Mink passes out.
Okay.
Does that count as playing to my quirk? Can I have a good boy card?
Hang on, what's your quirk?
Oh, I love
Sorry, I don't
beds.
remember anything.
I want to be in a bed. I don't want to sleep on the ground. I don't want to sleep on the floor. I want a bed. Makes me feel better.
Sure, you can have a goodbye card since you played the charm really well.
Oh, did I?
I think actually you can also have inspiration because like giving up the thing about the vine was like pretty accurate to like if you were worried about a friend biting you and you didn't want to
Yeah.
infect them and but you so I think you can have inspiration for that at least.
Thank you.
All right, do we want to take a quick break here and then we can just do a little bit when we get back because I know we're looking at wrapping up pretty promptly today.
Have a chat about vines when I get back.
Yeah, well we're all going to bed for the night, so it'll be morning when we come back, right?
Yes. Long rest.
Click that long rest button on your character sheets.
All right. Character's going to go sleep, and we will be back in a few minutes. See y'all soon.
Ciao. Hello. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd with Helpful Goat. Before our break, we survived our first encounter with Strahd. A couple of us got a little bit nibbled, but no long-term side effects. No death, which may or may not be a thing in Barovia.
No death.
That's our baseline. It's a low standard.
We haven't met that baseline every episode of this season. So I
only
mean,
one time.
most of them, but not every.
Only one time. One time, really. So yes. And we went to bed last night in the Burgomaster's mansion. Everyone was a bit shaken up, I think, by the encounter with Strahd. So we all kind of went to bed a bit afraid, shall we say. So it's the morning. It's like first light, and Ismark will come around and knock on all on the doors and go, "Time to go."
So as soon as the sun comes up, before Ismark can even knock, Mari is popping up out of bed, super chipper. Oh, thank God, we've seen another morning. Wake up, Teddy. I'm gonna go get coffee and have a chat with Mink. I'll see you downstairs.
Good morning.
That's playing to my
morning.
quirk, so like I get a good boy card for that, right?
Yeah, you fucking do. Yeah, you fucking do.
Cool.
It's so funny that the two of you have not like opposing quirks, but Mink's like, fuck yeah, a bed, and Murray's like, carpe diem, bitches.
It doesn't even have to count as the playing to my quirk, but you will hear a thump from Diota's room, and the sound of them slowly like unwinding the sheet from around their head.
And I'm gonna knock on Mink's door with 2 cups of coffee, and then before waiting for an answer, go in and perch on his bed. Be like, good morning.
Because
Mink.
like fully
Coffee?
still like face in the pillow, covers up over the head, like fully like
Mink, I brought you coffee, wake up.
No, we can sleep longer.
No, you said we had to leave it. You said we need to leave first thing. You said that.
I did say that.
And I think maybe good. Here's some coffee. And in the interest of time, while you're getting dressed, I figured we could have a conversation.
We don't have to. It's okay.
Oh no, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm already ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got a vine under your skin?
Nope.
Well, you said that last night to Strahd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just, Mari, like, Strahd kind of, the same thing happened to you, right?
Uh-huh.
Where he, like, was in your head and made you feel things that you wouldn't actually feel about him?
Yeah, about him.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So maybe we just don't hold each other to things that were said yesterday because that wasn't me at my best.
Well, he kind of made it so I didn't want to lie to him, right? Like I dropped my disguise as Granny, because I thought he was my friend and like my best friend. And,
yeah.
He said some hurtful things about that to both of us. But I think you were, probably being pretty honest there. And you seemed rather concerned about the vine. So I'm just a little concerned and would maybe like to hear.
I guess what I'm trying to ask you is like, do you want everything about your life just put on display in front of your friends all the time?
Well, it's just me, right? We're having this conversation over coffee. It's a really nice morning. We're alive. The birds are singing. Wow. I don't hear any birds because it's Barovia, but there's birds somewhere. So it's not just, it's not in front of all your friends. It's just me and
Mari,
I'm an open book. You can ask me anything if you'll tell me, what's going on with this for you.
No.
You considered it.
I'm considering how to tell you without getting more upset because I had a nice sleep, and I'm trying
Yeah.
not to ruin that.
Yeah, mornings are great. It's really the
No.
best time to have conversations like this.
No. Please.
Mink, I need to know if this is dangerous to the rest of us. I know
I would
we've
love
all
to know
got
that
things.
too, Marty. Can we drop it? If you've already, you know everything I know.
You don't know if it's dangerous?
Do you want to make a bet if it's dangerous?
No, I'm not. I want to know if it's dangerous. This isn't about gambling. I'm not seeking out gambling opportunities. Do I seem like the type that just seeks out, like, just tries to make up gambling opportunities?
Yep.
Do I? Okay. Well, I don't
Marty.
know how I come across that way, but that's not what's happening.
Okay, I will be more literal. My point is, I think we can assume it's fucking dangerous. I've lived with it for years. It has tormented me for years. So I don't really want to talk about it with you. I don't want to talk about it with anybody. I don't want Strahd coming into my life and making me tell people about it. And I don't want to talk about it with you this lovely morning with our coffee.
Okay. Just one more question, and then I will respect your very clear boundary. But first, I just want to push it a little.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You fully crossed it already multiple times, so we're past that point.
how has it tormented you?
It's when something, it's not caused me to act differently that I know of. It's not changed my health. It's not poisoned me that I know of. It is a constant question mark that lives inside my body and is always somewhere. So I think you can fill in some fucking blanks, Marty, about how it's tormented me. I would love it if you would leave my room and let me get dressed in peace.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. I know you really didn't want to, but I appreciate you easing my mind so that I know that we'll be safe as we try to figure these things out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think that you knowing this makes you any more safe or more prepared for what might happen if something pops off about this vine. Because I've known about it for a long fucking time, and knowledge doesn't help. Maybe there's something at Yesterhill, but frankly, Strahd could have been saying that to get us to go there to walk into a death trap. I don't have
It does sound like something he would do.
I don't have any reason to believe that there's help for this. I think that someday it will burst out of my chest and kill me. So I hope you're not around when that happens.
Try to make sure it doesn't. Have a good morning. See you downstairs.
I really
Finger
had a nice
guns.
night's sleep. Makes sense as he closes the door
Back out of the
behind
room.
Marty.
Okay.
All right. What's Teddy up to this morning?
I guess when Mari woke him up, he would have gotten up and gone downstairs and maybe helped himself to some coffee. And would be, I guess, maybe making some conversation with anybody else who's awake down there.
Ismark and Irina are already downstairs. There's like a big backpack for Irina that's there. Like they've packed up the rations that they said they were going to make available. Irina is wearing different clothes to the outfit that she put on yesterday that was going to be her disguise outfit that she then changed back into her regular outfit so that no one saw her disguise outfit. so she doesn't look like herself, and she's got like a breastplate on, and she's got her sword, and she's got her hair under a scarf, so you can't see the color of her hair. So she looks pretty nondescript, really, as it goes.
So the plan is still in motion. Which, and I have to go back into my notes. What was the fucking plan?
Irina's going to leave Barovia with
her
you.
to travel with us,
Mm-hmm.
and we're
Yes.
trying to sneak her out.
Mm-hmm.
And where are we trying to go?
We were gonna make it to the camp, the whatever camp. What is it? Before.
Vistani?
Yeah, and then I think we don't
Oh,
necessarily
yeah,
have
okay.
some great plan after that, but
We're still trying to go to Kresk. We're still trying to get to the Abbey of Kresk because we think that they can help all of you and also Irina.
Keep Irina safe. Yeah, the Abbey of St. Markovia in Kresik. Yep.
And so, okay, so it's 1 day to the Vistani, we'll try to make that, like, we'll try to get there today. And then
Right.
3 days to Valakai, and then 5 days to Kresk.
More or less, yeah.
So we've got a little over
I'm
a
sure
week
it
of
will
travel.
all go smoothly. Yes,
Yes.
it will only take us a week and a half to get there.
Yeah, so it was basically a day's trip to get to the Vistani. Again, things going generally right. Then it was going to be a few days, but a relatively short trip to the next town/city, and then big haul out to the west.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, sort of our plan had been get to the Vistani, see if there was anything that they could do to help us. We'd also been told that they might have horses to help shorten the trip. And then our real sort of essentially the plan got less detailed at every step. One was get to the Vistani. We kind of knew some of the things we were going to ask and look to do. Then we were going to get to the intermediate town and kind of try to figure out if we could find anything going on, if we could find any information. Valakai. Any information about, like, Mari's friends, any information about Teddy's past, any general leads on stuff going on, and the overall goal was still getting to Kresik and the monastery, which had God for Mink, books for Diota, and hopefully assistance for Irina.
Yes. And since the conversation with Strahd last night, you may or may not wish to add Yester Hill and Argynvostholt to your places to go in Barovia. And Strahd also said that you should go and die in Doom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that seemed like him just being a dick, but
he's a nice guy.
We said we would do that, so.
where are Argan Hill and Vester? You said
Argan Hill and Vesterholt.
Yep. You said okay. You said
Argynvostholt.
Yester Hill was to the west.
Yester Hill,
Doom?
yeah. You think is kind of over, like, far southwest Doom.
So it's like not at all the direction we're planning on going.
I don't know. It's a pretty straight shot south from Kresik.
So okay, like we could maybe go there after Kresik. And where's Argynvolt?
You think Argynvostholt is
The other place that we located where there was a company.
Beres.
Where's Beres?
which is where Ismark thinks Mary's daughter Gertruda is.
And we said we'd find her with my doggy.
You did. I'm just trying to find the hand-drawn map that you've been given. So have you got it in your handouts?
I have it. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah. So you see, like, we're down here in the village of Barovia. There's the little wagons that is the Vistani camp. You can see where Valakai is, and further out to the west is Kresik. So pretty much a straight shot south from Kresik is Doom. And somewhere around there is Yester Hill. Argynvostholt, you think, is pretty much a straight shot south from Lake Tsarevich, Valakai-ish way, where Beres is.
Okay.
Okay.
So Teddy, as he starts drinking his coffee, would ask.
I love that you
Ismark
think
and
you
Lena,
can get coffee in Barovia.
Hey,
Yeah, why not?
Lena.
Does it have the
Lena
climate?
started it.
No. What climate do you need to grow coffee?
Okay, it's
This one.
Barovia, so it's instant coffee. So it's not good.
Okay, if we
Mushroom
imagine that
coffee.
Barovia has the climate like the UK, you can't grow coffee in the UK.
You have
It's
coffee
mushroom
in
coffee.
the UK though.
So
Yeah. It's what, Elise?
mushroom coffee.
Mushroom coffee.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
it is.
Mhm.
Okay, it's mushroom coffee. What does mushroom coffee taste like?
It's supposed to taste like coffee. I don't know. But anyway,
Oh.
Teddy's drinking his mushroom coffee, and
Mushroom coffee. All right, I'll accept that. Mushroom coffee.
And he'll, I guess, kind of say to himself, / to the room, he'll be like, "Can't believe I slept through Strahd." And then if Irina and Ismark don't say anything, he'll say, "Tell me what you know about Beres." Again, because we talked about it before, right? The day before, like they might have talked. And so I'm playing Teddy as like he is taking at face value that that Mari is right, that Argynvostholt is Beres. So he's very curious about Beres.
So Irina's kind of moving around and packing things up and sorting things out, but Ismark will sort of pause with you for a cup of mushroom coffee, and he'll say, "Well, I mean, neither of us have ever travelled there. Neither of us have ever left the village of Barovia, but our understanding is that there's a coven of witches at Beres, and the rumor is that any young women that go missing, it's because they've gone there."
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Did you have a particular interest apart from trying to find Gertruda in it?
Oh, this is interesting because they were there when, well, Mari said that Strahd had a message for me about, Beres or another name for it. So I'm trying
Argynvostholt.
Yes, that's it.
It's a completely different place.
Oh, what it is?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And Ismark will be like, just hand the map over to me and sort of go over to the table and roll it out. And they're not 1,000 miles apart, but if you look at the hand-drawn map that you have, do you see... it's kind of small and sketchy on this map. So you've got Castle Ravenloft, and then to the left of Castle Ravenloft, there's what looks like a little windmill.
Yeah.
And then if you go left, there's Valakai.
Yeah.
And then if you kind of keep... Hang on, sorry. I have to keep all of the... They put stupid letters on this map, and it's real confusing. If you keep going left, there's kind of what looks like a rook, a castle from chess. Do you see that tower?
I do.
Between
up in the water.
Valakai and Krezik. Yeah.
To the right
If
of
you
Krezik.
go diagonally bottom right to that, there's like a little cluster of buildings. That's Argynvostholt.
A cluster of buildings.
And then, yeah, so there's like the river that runs southwest from Lake Zarovich.
So right after you, if you going out of Valakai, cross the road, cross the bridge, and then right southwest of there, is that what you're referring to? There's like the little cluster of buildings. It looks like there's like a farm, and then a little further down, it looks like almost ruins. Yeah. Okay. That's Argynvostholt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you go a little, just a tiny little bit further southwest on the map, there's like it just looks like a couple of rectangles. It looks like ruins. Yeah. That's Beres.
Okay.
Oh.
So Argynvostholt is like
so they're not
road to Beres if we were going to Beres.
So that's what the map seems to say to you. The map that you currently have. Yes.
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not, you don't know. But yes.
But just
you would
generally,
think they're not 1,000 miles apart.
In terms of interpreting the map as we're looking at it, I want to make sure we're looking at the right place.
You absolutely are correct. Yes.
Okay. Huh. So it doesn't, according to this map, it doesn't seem like Mari was egregiously wrong.
Well, no, but I don't think there's a coven of witches at Argynvostholt.
That's a plus.
Oh, let me see if I can remember my history. Fuck you, Adam. The story goes that when Strahd drove his armies into the valley a long time ago, the last kind of bastion of resistance was a silver dragon called Argynvost and his followers, the Order of the Silver Dragon, and Argynvostholt was their stronghold. But Argynvost was killed by Strahd several centuries ago.
Silver dragon, you say? Well,
Argynvost, allegedly.
that's certainly interesting. And I guess Teddy will be kind of gazing at, kind of rubbing like one of the scales on his arms, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he's lost in thought. And yeah. Cool.
Gyota, did you have a question? I saw your hand went up.
It was the silver dragon. So I'm like, I think that was almost more physically acting. Gyota would have been like, wait, silver dragon?
Yep.
Sort of cast a glance at Teddy. Interesting. And then Teddy said everything out loud, so. No, Gyota mostly just seems very tired and vaguely grumpy.
I think Mink comes down the stairs fully kitted out. He's
Clank,
in,
clank,
yeah,
clank.
clank, clank, clank. That's all the armor, all the, pats on the shoulder, just very, doesn't, just grumpy maybe, like you would, and it just kind of looks around at everyone and is like, are we ready to go? Teddy, are you packed? We can finish our breakfast on the road. I think it's past time to go.
Yeah, I'm ready. I packed you more coffee and breakfast because you love food.
Okay.
Irina,
Yeah,
Teddy would ask Irina, like, Irina, are you ready to get the fuck out of here?
Absolutely. And she kind of shoulders her pack, like, very assertively, and she's like, let's go.
Just she and his Mark share a goodbye. They're never going to see each other again, probably. Teddy
You
will
feel
ask,
like
Teddy
they've
will
probably
ask
done that. You feel like they've probably done that. Oh, if you ask that out loud,
I'm like, are you
Irina's
guys
gonna look
going
at you
to
like-
say goodbye? You're probably never going to see each other.
what do you mean we're never going
Say
to see
things
each
like
other?
that.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Teddy?
I take it back. I rewind. Teddy didn't say that.
That wouldn't be Teddy at all. That's so
I'm being,
Burbage.
I'm being too silly. I'm sorry.
So they don't share like a meaningful goodbye. You feel like they've probably done that before the rest of you got here. They didn't want to do that in front of you, but like they hold hands and you can see like Irina squeezes his hand and Ismark is like stoic, but he looks upset. And she's fully focused. She's gone. She's at the door. She's like, right. All right. Are we ready? Does anyone want to like check that there's no Strahd out there?
Is the sun up? We would wait for the sun, right?
Oh,
Yeah, what's
Roll.
the weather?
what's the fucking weather? All right. One of you, Elise, roll me a D20.
Why do you do this to us? Of all the people.
at 8.
That's going to be good for us.
Probably.
It's raining.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Think it-
it's unpleasant to travel in, and it will be extremely unpleasant and potentially unsuccessful to rest outside in the rain. And the sky is blocked. It's very cloudy, so you think like seeing anything flying up in the sky would be difficult.
Is this worth inspiration to see if we can get something that isn't rain?
Can you
The
do
outdoor
inspiration
light does
on?
not count as sunlight for the purpose of sunlight sensitivity.
Is this? Should I re-roll it, y'all?
I-
Can I re-roll it with inspiration?
I'm
You
just gonna
can.
say, based on the track record of rolling, I
It's gonna
might
be the
save this
same.
for like dying.
All right, Mink looks
There's
out.
not really a good option of the weather in Barovia, just so you know.
That's fair. That's true.
It's
I
not going to
think-
be like a
I'll-
balmy summer's day.
I'll manifest Lamdea outside and
Mhm.
look through their senses to see if there's
Mhm.
anyone around.
Would you like to do a perception?
Sure.
Lamdea rolled a fumble.
What's happening? Sometimes Roll20 just, I really think that's like part of the programming. They're like,
Oh,
The
yeah.
today,
RNG broke.
fuck them.
Cool. So I assume Landea doesn't think that Strahd's out there.
Lamdea is assertively sure that there's absolutely no problem outside.
Sweet. Well then, let's head out.
Sorry.
It's not Lamdea, it's me.
Who-
Because I'm
who's
looking
this?
through Lamdea's senses.
Okay, Galway is
Oh.
assertively sure.
Yep. Yep.
I think in a weird way, the rain relieves a little bit of Mink's stress. And he's just like, there's no time like the present. Let's the faster we're on the road, the more likely we reach the Vistani camp tonight.
As we head out, I'm gonna lean over to Teddy and whisper, Teddy, I think Mink is mad at me. Can you? I'm not. Mink has always been a little bit unsure of me and adversarial, but he likes you. Maybe you could help me fix that a little. I do. He's very angry. I tried to bring him coffee and food as
That's what
apology.
made him angry. Yeah.
What's he mad at you about?
Oh, I was violating his boundaries repeatedly, trying to get him to tell me about something that he mentioned last night with Strahd.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could work on that. And
Yeah,
Teddy
that's what I'm
gi-
asking.
Gives her a look and he walks faster.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Graboa, or rather, Diota is out. I'll be having Lamdea can hover. So I'm going to keep Lamdea like 100 feet above us. And then I can occasionally pop into its senses. So I can sort of get a sense of what's up above us, and also just see the ground with a little bit more range.
Okay. What's your marching order?
Oh, this is good that we need to answer this on
Doubt
know,
we're
camera.
walking
Front.
single file. That would be wild. I think we're probably just kind of grouped up.
Okay. So
probably
like 2 by 2?
People don't walk in formation, Debbie.
It's a game, Lena. Yeah, Mink will be out in front.
Irina's like
someone's-
right behind you or with you. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we have. I'm trying to remember. We have 5 people.
Yes.
And then
two
also
critters.
and then 2 summons. Lomdea is up
And my
in the air.
doggy. And my doggy.
Oh, right, and the doggy. Lomdea is up in the air. I think that maybe if it's like Mink up front and then maybe Mari and Irina in the second row, more like side by side. Teddy and Diota side by side in the back row, and then the Graboa at the very back in the middle again, and then the doggy can be just sort of moving around the perimeter.
If that's the case,
He goes off and sniffs things, comes back.
Well,
pees
also
up a
Lancelot
branch.
seems very into being petted by people, so I sort of imagine, much like a dog, he'd just be sort of bouncing around the sides and stuff.
We need to get
Adam, what were you gonna
creative
say?
about. So Teddy sped up and then snuck around to go behind Mari. Like he's doing a pretty elaborate bit of business.
Power walked away to loop round to get behind Mari.
Just trying to avoid like, or maybe like Mari like followed him, and so then he slowed down, or like he stopped to like tie his shoe while she kept walking.
Finally gets the hint and walks with Irina instead.
Irina, yeah. Very good. Okay, can everybody please give me perception checks? Unless you
Yeah,
don't want
I'm
to,
great
unless
at
you're like
rolling
not
today.
looking around.
Can I have advantage on mine because of the flipping between Diota and
Yeah, you
Lomdea
can.
perspective?
Mink,
Oh my god,
least-
Mink!
I rolled a 2.
It is
No!
Mink
incredible.
stumbled.
It is
No!
incredible. All
I
of
think
you.
Lancelot needs to roll.
4
also.
natural ones.
Debbie, did you toggle something on in GM settings that like made rolling really bad?
Mine
That's
could
not
have
because
been a
but
natural one.
also,
But
we're
in,
at the 20s. We can't have this many ones and no 20s. It's rigged. Okay.
Really?
well, there you
There
go.
it is. There it fucking is. There it fucking is. Elise, do you want to roll a hard copy dice just to check?
Yeah, I fucking do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my goddamn dice.
Yeah, valid. Valid. Okay. Okay, take card. Okay, so Mari got a 2. Mink got a 1. Teddy got a 21. And Diota got a natural 20. So
Graboa got a 7.
Don't forget to take your good boy card.
I did.
Good. Right. Mink is so busy. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You can roll it. Tell me what you get.
11.
Okay, so
I'll fucking take that.
all right. So Mari, you're so busy, like you're thinking about like Mink being mad at you, and like now Teddy doesn't seem to want to speak to you, and like Lancelot's with you, and he's nudging your hand with his head, and you're like so like distracted by all of these things that you trip over a tree root, and inelegantly faceplant, and Irina helps you up.
By the way,
Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna say the only reason Teddy is like avoiding Mari is because this morning he discovered like a bunch of bruises on his side from her poking him. Maybe when you approached him and were like, "Hey Teddy, did you poke him again in the same place?"
Yeah, right in the same spot.
Because he winced and he's like, "Yeah, maybe you could work on that."
I like that. Okay, Teddy and Diota. My brain just went, go away. It was offering me was go away repeatedly. I'm like, that's not correct. You see a raven taking off from the railing outside the Burgomaster's mansion as you set off, which is weird. Teddy and Diota, you both notice that it is the same raven that you've seen previously at the cemetery, and you saw it like on your way into town as well. And Diota, you additionally like see, you can kind of follow like the path that it goes with Lambdea, and you see it fly off towards Valakai, northwest.
So it's like gaining height going off of the thing and then going.
And it's heading in that direction, but you lose it in the clouds because there's relatively low cloud cover with the rain.
However,
yes.
What if, in fact, as it starts going up, Lamdea dives on it and tries to blow up its mind?
Okay. Okay. Just let me find. Yep. Okay.
We don't know that it's spying on us to be for bad reasons. I
Do
guess
you
it makes
think
sense
that
that you
Jota
probably feel
has
that
an
way.
ounce of I trust the blackbird fucking spying on us that I now know?
It's a raven. It's a raven.
Well, I meant,
Yeah.
but that has been following us. Like,
Yep.
this is no
Yeah.
longer coincidental.
Yeah.
Allies can let themselves be known in more less ominous ways if they want.
Well, this is Barovia. Can they?
Right. So what's Lambda going to do to this poor bird?
Information overload, so it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I need to read something.
Okay, so it's not a raven.
I wonder. Okay, like if it's like a familiar, right? And someone's looking through its eyes.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I don't play things that have familiars typically. So that's the closest I've gotten. I don't know if that like backlashes onto the person or not.
Particularly. It will just.
Damn.
They're blind and deaf to their own senses while they look through a familiar senses. And if it dies, it explodes and into like, not explodes, like a bomb, but it just dissolves. Like it is very obviously not a normal creature.
What saving throw am I meant to be making?
Intelligence.
I rolled a 6. Go away.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful.
6 psychic damage.
Yep. Okay. And then what?
It takes 6 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does it keep
It has more than
going?
6 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that ain't a normal bird.
But like even familiars usually only have like
fucks
4
all the
or
way
5
off.
HP. Yeah. Okay. Can I hurl a javelin after it? Is there time with everything? I don't know what the range is on thrown javelins.
So okay, hang on. So this is okay. It's 100 feet away from you guys on the ground at the moment.
Because it's basically up where Lamdea normally would have been. Maybe
Yeah,
just a little
it's
forward.
up and it's diagonally off and it's moving quick.
Disadvantage, but I could make the weapon attack against
If you
it.
want to chuck a javelin, by all means, chuck a javelin.
I'm just reading.
Which section of town are we in?
You're directly outside the Burgomaster's mansion.
Yeah, I think we're
it's
far
really
enough out that it's not like it's gonna. I don't think I can make it in the rain. So I think Mink just watches.
Jota's gonna point a finger at the bird. That shouldn't have had that much health if it was just a bird, or even if it was a familiar. It's a raven. It would only have a very minimal ability to resist damage. They grant the ability to have magical abilities and to commune with their summoners, but no extra vitality normally. And that's the same one that we've seen multiple times. So it's flying to Valakai and now knows
that's where we're going.
Tried.
It's flying in the direction of Valakai. We have no fucking clue where it's flying.
How do you know it's the same bird? I feel like all ravens kind of look very similar, especially at a distance.
Wow, Lena, do you think all birds
Oh
look the
no,
same?
I can't hear. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what did people say? I can hear now.
Called out the bird racism.
Yeah, I said, wow, Lena, you think all birds look the same?
Okay.
No, it had distinct markings.
Go away, describe its distinctive markings for me. What was the thing that you noticed that made this bird look
So
particularly birdy?
it was a raven, and I feel like most of it was jet black, like that sort of very obsidian, just reflects black kind of color. But there's a little bit around like its throat and into its chest that was more of a bluish black.
Okay.
Cool.
Basically, I
Lovely.
just gave the raven an ascot.
Like a
Cravat.
cravat.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting.
I think we should just assume we're being watched basically at all times.
Yeah.
And any birds we see that look even a little bit suspicious, maybe we just kill on sight now. Maybe it's just full kill birds on sight.
I'm not sure we need to go all feral cat on this.
I think
Wow.
maybe we do because Strahd knew our names, knew where we'd come from. He's watching us somehow, and birds are our only fucking lead. This is the second game that my character has developed a weird obsession and phobia of birds.
Mink, you're right. If you don't like birds, yeah, we can. I agree. I fully agree. I support everything you do. 10 toes down behind you. Let's kill all the birds.
Okay, we're killing birds on sight from now on. Mink just keeps walking.
Maybe Strahd's meant to know about us.
Teddy, what do you mean? Say more, Teddy.
I told you about my vision of my father. And Strahd told you about this place, Argenvostholt, last night. Said it was a message for me. And now, for the first time since I showed up in this godforsaken place, I feel like I might actually have a place to go. All I'm saying is, yes, Strahd sounds like a dick, but he also knows a lot. He has a lot of knowledge. And maybe we could benefit from that. That's all I'm saying.
Teddy, I hear you. And as somebody who's lived here, her whole life with Strahd running the country, kind of poorly. He doesn't really care about his people. Anyway, he has a lot of knowledge. He's also ancient and manipulative and has his own reasons for things.
And
I don't think we should just. Yeah, that too. I don't think we should, take it at face value. I think it makes sense to look into that. I know you want to know what happened to you, but I think we should just be careful.
Look, if this...
And kill all birds.
We're going to come back to that. Mink, do you want to give him the spiel on greater evil?
No, I want your enemies will tell you things whether they're true or false for their own reasons. So if he's told us something true, he had a reason for telling it to us. And I'm not saying we don't go investigate it. I'm saying in this case, Madi is correct, and we expect a trap. We expect whatever gift has been given is absolutely hiding a poisonous dagger that will stab you in the back while you're looking at the pretty shiny paper. So Teddy, I agree. Maybe you have a direction, maybe we have a place to go, and maybe we show up there. Maybe we're going in a direction Strahd wants us to go. We don't fucking know.
And
but we can't trust anything he's told us. That's all.
And so how about Yesterhill?
I don't
What could be
fucking-
there for you?
Just werewolves, I think.
Well,
And it pops into your mind,
and it-
everyone, that she was wrong about Argynvostolt, so maybe she's right about the werewolves.
I think I just give Teddy like an extremely like it is a haunted look that Mink gives you, right?
Yeah.
Of just like, I've tracked leads before, and the information I get is never information that's worth the cost you pay.
Teddy, it was like a pointed moment when he like mentioned Yesterhill, because my read is that he was there in the room when Murray shared about Yesterhill and Argynvostolt, and he knows that Yesterhill was pointed at Mink, but he doesn't know anything about. Wait, is the vine thing something that came up around everybody?
It came up
No.
and
When you were
but
asleep.
Dilta and Marty would both know. So Teddy is the only one in the dark now, because
Okay,
Dilta
so-
would be listening through Gorboa, I
Sure.
believe.
So Teddy's just piecing stuff together. Like he
Yeah,
knows that that you're mad at Mari.
she's
He's got
violated
this
boundaries. Yeah.
He's got this personal feeling about now, like wanting to like explore some of this knowledge from Strahd. And so he's just kind of triangulating from all of that. So he would have given you a look, backed down when you gave him the haunted look, and then he would have looked at Mari and
And Mari's gonna kind of like nod and kind of not make eye contact with Teddy.
yeah. Cool. Teddy keeps walking.
So I hate birds, Mink. They're just the worst.
Can I see if I can like cobble together using what materials we can have and find a sling so that I can start using a sling to just on birds?
Oh fuck. Okay, so you would need like a twig that was like a with a V, and you
Yeah,
would
like
need
I don't mind like
an
spending the
elastic
walk like
band.
whittling a whittling the
slingshot. Okay, I was
not like like
why
a
do you need
sling, like
twig?
yeah.
You need
like,
leather and string.
Yeah, well, that is what I need.
A
I'm thinking of like a
sling.
sling, not a
Yeah.
slingshot. But I guess either way, as long as I can use it, I would think a sling because I think they're actually more powerful, but than a slingshot. But like, I would be. I mean, yeah, I would need string. I would need leather. I can just cut a piece of leather off of something else that we have. You know, that I wouldn't mind doing that and kind of trying to piece it all together.
Okay. You can make a roll
Mhm.
of like a like you could do like a history of like, oh, how are slings made, or you could do like an intelligence, or maybe like a dexterity sleight of hand kind of thing to make it with your hands.
Yes, I would. I think sleight of hand is the one that I would take of those, if that's fine. And then I was wondering how you would feel about my weapons proficiency going towards this, because I have a lot of that in my background as a soldier and everything.
Okay. It's going to be tough, but okay.
I can also help with this because like I am proficient with thieves tools, tinkerers tools, and I can manufacture tools magically. Like I can just
So that's
create
advantage.
stuff.
All right. If you get a nat 20 on this, at least I'm going to pee my pants.
I get advantage. I'm going to roll sleight of hand, and we're letting me add my proficiency
Your
for
weapons
weapons.
proficiency. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so this will be +2 to what I roll, because I'm not gonna like mess with it to add that. So let's see.
16.
16.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. So you managed to cobble together a sling, and you can find some little like rocks like on the road.
Mm-hmm.
so you can pop off at birds.
Suspicious birds are, yes.
Suspicious
Um,
birds.
It is worth pointing out that we should probably double check on harm to animals as like a thing that we have in our consent sheets, just to put into the world as a thing. So we can come back to this next time if we want to put a pause on flinging at birds.
Okay.
But I'm going to add that to my character sheet.
Yeah, a sling is a thing in D&D, so you can just take the sling.
Okay.
There, the damage that it gives you, the range that it has. I'm not messing with that.
Perfect.
I will go and look up our character sheets now. So you're on the road, traveling west out of the village of Barovia. And one moment, please. Okay, so you set out from the village of Barovia, the road stretching west in front of you. The way is muddy, and it's a bit worse because of the rain, but it doesn't seem well trodden. There's not like tons of tracks or like a wagon rut. You don't see anyone else on the road. It seems that maybe few people are abroad in Barovia. Irina seems nervous. She's chewing on a fingernail, but she also doesn't like seem chatty. Like if you're speaking to her, she'll respond, but none of the conversation that has happened to date has she chipped in on. She just seems like warily looking around. She seems on edge.
Yeah, I guess Mink is not going to be very chatty, just following the road, keeping an eye out as much as possible. And if no one else is talking, Mink is content to head down, eyes up, make it to the camp.
Okay. Is there any other like conversations that we want to play on the road?
I think if we were going to try to end kind of early, we could wrap here and then like play out some of the travel beforehand, before we get to the Vistani camp next time.
Yep. We're not quite ready to wrap up yet, but yeah, if there's nothing else that you particularly want to talk about, after about an hour or two of travel, you reach a river with a bridge over it, and the river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley, and there's a nice stone bridge that goes straight across. It's roughly 50 feet wide, and you can just walk straight across it, no problem. And then as you continue on, hold on, Adam, can you roll a d12 for me, please?
I think I can. $12 on the D12.
Ooh, 12 on a d12. Okay.
Is that like a nat 20 on a d12? It's really good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. All right. Well, fuck. So, so you reach the bridge after like a couple of hours travel, and then after another hour or two, you get to a crossroads. An old wooden gallows creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and the signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. So it's Barovia Village to the east, which is where you've just come from, Sairpool to the northwest, which is where you know the Vistani are, and Ravenloft/Valakai to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog.
Did you just roll how many zombies are going to come out of these graves to get us?
Well, it's funny that you should ask that, because
Here's
Adam.
me.
all of you hear a noise over in the grave area, and so your attention is like fully pulled over to that, and you're like hands on weapons, you're ready to go, and then like you see like a little bunny rabbit hops out and like fucks off into the woods.
Dinner.
And then Mink, you hear a creaking noise behind you coming from the gallows, and you turn around, and where there was nothing before now hangs a lifeless grey body. And the breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it can fix its dead eyes upon you. And you see that it's yourself hanging from the gallows.
Who sees that?
Is Mink the only one who? Yeah, is Mink the only one who sees that?
Well, Mink has turned around and seen it. The rest of you are still like, oh, a bunny rabbit.
I think Mink is just staring. Like, it's just a full, like, frozen in place, like, cannot look away.
Giotto will probably be like, so we head up to Serpool, right?
Yeah, let's keep going. I guess there's just a rabbit.
Mink.
Ominous shit like this is in Barovia all the time.
Mink.
Mink, you okay?
Do I still see it? Is it still there?
Is it there for any of us?
I'm
Yeah.
like, I kind of like point and I'm like, do you see that?
GM?
Sorry, my brain has just gone really weird. Goy, can we just read out a second? I'm just gonna lie down. Hello, everyone. Sorry for worrying you. Everything's fine. My brain just didn't want to be in my body for a moment then. So, we were looking at a graveyard and a little bunny popped out, and then Mink heard a noise, turned around, saw a hanging body that looks like themselves, and they just stared at it and were very confronted by this. And Mink, not moving, not saying anything, has got everybody else's attention, and so you turn and look at the corpse that you can all see hanging at the gallows. But it doesn't look to any of the rest of you like it's Mink. It just looks like a kind of grey, unfamiliar Barovian.
So it looks like a
body.
body, but a non-familiar, sort of nondescript corpse.
Yes, it doesn't look like Mink. It just looks like a body.
But
to me, it still looks like me. Like nothing has changed in my perception of it so far.
So far, yes. You haven't moved towards it. You haven't kind of really blinked very much. You're just staring at this like, what the fuck, what the fuck,
and also,
what the fuck?
just to clarify, there wasn't a body hanging there from our perspectives when we came in.
Correct.
Just
when you walked,
where the hell did that come from?
and you got to it.
I am going to use Divine Sense. To see if this creature registers as celestial fiend or undead, or if this place has been desecrated
or consecrated.
None of those things. The corpse doesn't register as any of those things, and nor is this place desecrated or consecrated. It's not secrated in any way. Sorry.
I'm gonna say, oh wait, so did anyone answer?
What did you say exactly? Did you say that it looked like you?
Do you see that? No, I just asked, do you see that?
There's a body there that
yeah, there's a body
there when we walked up.
I'm not, I cannot look away. I'm like, if I look away, this thing's gonna move or something. I'm like, just a body, not like a body you recognize.
No, just looks like a villager or some other person. Does the body look like it's been here a while?
Yeah.
It looks weathered in that sense.
It looks and smells like a quite a few days old.
Yeah. It looks like it's been hanging here for some time, which makes it again odd that we didn't see it when we walked in. That rope was definitely empty.
Yeah, okay, it looks like me, right? That's not just me?
No,
that's just in my
it
head.
doesn't look like you, Mink.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take a few steps toward it to see if it has any of my equipment or my military insignia or my Torm holy symbol.
Yeah, as you move, and as everyone else is like, no, it doesn't look anything like you. The wind shifts it. Maybe it turns around slightly more, and the bits of it that you thought were you are weird shadows, or the light changes and it does just look like a Barovian commoner.
Okay.
You want to go touch it?
Well, it's not undead according to my divine sense. Maybe we should just cut it down and give it a burial or something.
Mink, I don't even know if it's real. It wasn't there when we first came, and I think maybe we just keep going. We don't need to. It's not doing anything.
It wasn't there when we arrived, and now it's here. If we leave it, are we
It'll probably just go away again.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
You're not even going to touch it a little bit?
No.
I will say, as much as I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but I'm willing to perform the occasional burial rite. I think if we stop and bury every random corpse we encounter in Barovia, we might never get to where we're going.
Yeah. It's,
Fair point.
At some point, we should start
What if-
charging.
we call it a burial, but we just set it on fire, because I'm not
I think that's a
into
great
creating
idea.
corpses, but I am into not leaving corpses that can.
It's
Behind us,
and it's
you
not
know?
desecrating. We burn our bodies often in Barovia. That's how you make sure they don't come back. So I think fire from a distance is a great idea.
Do we have fire from a distance options?
Is anyone
I think I
meat?
can do fire.
Can you eat this?
Because I'm a tiefling, right?
You
Yeah, I think I can eat this.
I don't think you can.
Eat
Yeah, I can check a firebolt at it. Sorry.
I don't know
Let me
if
see.
is a firebolt going to set it on fire in such a way that it
I
will
don't know.
burn.
Anyone want me to find out?
What? Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Okay, just stand back. I'm gonna just throw a firebolt at it. A few times maybe. I can do this like infinite times. So, does a 9 hit the corpse? That's
If it's
hanging
if
still.
it's immobile, you'd have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so 24 then.
So, as the
I don't get sneak, so just 6 fire damage.
as the firebolt is thrown from yourself towards the corpse, you see how does your firebolt look? Is it like a ball of fire? Is it like a lightning bolt of fire?
It's just like a
Describe it to
cute
me.
little ball of fire, like a little bigger than my hand that I just checked, like a softball.
Okay, so a soft ball of fire goes, and where it would impact the corpse, and like you would expect there to be like splash fire damage off of it, it just continues straight past and goes into the gallows behind, and there isn't a body there anymore, but the gallows is now on fire.
That works too.
Illusion.
An illusion. Oh, I don't want to think about this. This is me, not Elise. Illusions just happen naturally, right? At weird gallows and grave sites. We can just let that have happened and we keep moving.
Yeah, I think that's yep. That would be my read on the situation.
Can you all make a perception check for me?
We're trying to cope.
What if Mink
really
is actively
hard at the
not
moment.
trying to see things right now? 'Cause he's
You can
looking
just not
over.
make a check at all. That's fine.
Oh my god!
Stop!
I fumbled again. What, Debbie? I don't actually think there's a setting you can turn it on in Roll20, but if there is, can you make sure you did it?
I will check. I'm sorry.
Do I still get advantage from
Lambda.
Lamdea?
What the fuck are these fucking rolls?
We got a so Murray rolled a 1, Teddy rolled a 5, Minx rolled a 4.
Unnatural 20 from me.
Unnatural. Yes.
Deota rolled an unnatural 20.
Graboa fumbled.
Fuck me.
That's like seven natural ones today.
And 1 nat 20. This is wild. But I've barely rolled, so that's probably why we've not had any nat 20s. Because I did turn that setting on, I've just checked. It's only 1s for the players and only 20s for the DM. Okay. So, Marie, you're pretty sure actually that your eat this ignited the body and burned it off to a crisp and it's gone. And you're feeling pretty confident that that's what's happened. Teddy and Mink, you have no clue what this was. Deota, you are very confident. Yes, it was an illusion, but there's no other. Like, there's not somebody like hiding in a bush casting a spell. There's not like a magical trace of it that you can follow. It just seems like a naturally occurring weird illusion, and there's not another raven or bird spying on you at this point in time. And I think that's where we will leave it for today. A little bit creeped out by a not body hanging at the gallows that maybe or maybe not was Mink.
What the
Great.
fuck?
I don't want to roll skill checks
And
anymore.
I get to take another bad boy card, don't I, for that?
At some point, you're going to run out of them.
No, the deck loops. are
We just
infinite.
keep funneling them at you.
Yeah.
Mhm. I got 23.
That's our plan. The plan is
This-
to overwhelm you with options so you never use them.
You have
Yeah.
more than twice the number of bad of Good Boy cards that the entire party has.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're not all terrible. Like, one of the ones that I've got is all players lose 1 gold piece. Like, that's not terrible.
Yeah.
You know? And some of them are pretty terrible. A player's magical items become mundane until the end of the round. That sucks.
That sucks.
Anyway, we're all alive despite an abundance, a real abundance of natural ones today. I'm delighted that we've all survived. And you've made it out of the village of Barovia. Only 50% of the party got a little bit bitten by Strahd, so that's good work. Well done. So, well done for surviving. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and sticking with us. Thank you so much to the incredible players for surviving another session. And we are scheduled to play again in
Next
2
week
weeks?
on Sunday. Next week on Sunday.
Oh, fuck. All right, I better prepare for that then, so I don't have to keep looking things up in the middle of stream.
That's never going to stop.
That's
No,
yeah,
no.
normal.
Because
Yeah, I
I'm
was
like,
going to say,
okay,
Elise and I.
this is the way we're going.
No.
Next Sunday, the 8th. Oh, wonderful. At the usual time. Join the Discord, ! Discord, to get updates and announcements, what we're up to if anything changes, etc. Hopefully we'll see you all there. So, thank you, everybody. I will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.